Okay, so I think this should be working, right? 大家能看到我吗？ Can everybody see me okay? 应该是开始了。老马上麦了。Okay, good. I think you guys can see me, can hear me. So, 今天是3月11号 Today is March 11th. 然后，因为很多人一直在问我是怎么学的外语，所以今天我来分享一下我的一些经历吧。就是从我学的第一门语言，包括我的母语什么的这些，如果有人不了解我是谁 ，people don't know, tell you a little bit about that. But 今天也就是在美国这边的情况比较奇怪，近1个星期左右，这个疫情越来越严重。If you're wondering why I'm wearing a hat, by the way, it's because my hair is a mess. 你觉得我为什么戴帽子？就是因为我头发现在特别乱。Alright, so, 我看到有人说翻墙来学习英语，其实过一段时间，应该是明天就会开始在哔哩哔哩直播，因为终于拿到了权限，特别开心。所以我以后就是在哔哩哔哩、在 YouTube、在很多地方都会去直播。So anyway, 如果你之前没有看过我的视频，或者不是特别了解我在美国出生长大的。I was born in the U.S.， 但是我爸爸妈妈是洪都拉斯人、智利人，我妈是洪都拉斯德古斯尔加巴，就是 Tegucigalpa， 就是洪都拉斯的首都。然后我爸是在智利出生的德国后裔，他在 Valparaiso 出生的，然后一直从小说德语跟西班牙语，然后在学校里学过英语。So my dad, was born in Chile, but his parents were German. He spoke German at home, Spanish in school. He also took English classes. So, yeah, I mean, they grew up speaking Spanish and English, German as well. And then when I was born here in the U.S., we just spoke Spanish. 我们这边呢说西班牙语，家里呢主要是99%是西班牙语，偶尔跟我爸说德语。然后如果就主要就是如果我爸想让我妈听不懂，他就会跟我说德语。So we speak Spanish most of the time, but if my dad wants my mom or wants to keep something a secret from my mom, I guess, then he'll switch to German. What's up, everybody? Horse, tiger, tiger. Danke, hey Chris, love from India. India, wow. Hola Chris, me encanta la forma que tienes de traerles a los chinos cuando te pones a hablarle en chino. Un abrazo de España. What's up? Anyway, I hope everybody's staying safe. 但是我们现在进入这个正题吧，就是这些都是我的母语嘛，英语跟西班牙语是我母语。德语其实我小的时候没学，德语是我学的算是第2门语言吧，因为我小学的时候学的一点点法语。我们老师是哥伦比亚人，所以如果你不知道的话，哥伦比亚人母语是西班牙语。So I don't know why she was my French teacher. I don't know. My French teacher was a Colombian, so a Spanish native speaker. Most of the class, she would just compare the language to Spanish and speak a lot of Spanish. 所以我就不懂这个情况为什么是这样的。我这几年的法语课完全没学到什么。后来呢，就是高中有机会去学德语，然后觉得挺好玩的，因为我爸是德国人嘛，所以我可以去学，就更就是接近我爸的文化。之前也没去过德国，然后是高3的时候，就是我们美国是高中4年，我高3的时候去了一趟科隆，在那边做了一个这个交换，3个星期也时间不是特别长，但是也学到了很多。And it was just a lot of fun. And even to this day, I will tell people that German is the hardest language that I've ever learned because it was the first language that I learned. 所以很多人都会说，哎，中文是不是全世界最难学的语言？中文确实挺难学的，但是我觉得我学的最难的一门语言就是德语，那是我学的第一门语言，第一门外语，所以确实挺烦的，就是每次第一次学一门外语就会觉得挺困难的。And like this is the thing that a lot of people don't understand. Like, or people mention Russian, the grammar is pretty complicated. There are lots of cases. But Chinese grammar, relatively speaking, is a lot easier. Chinese pronunciation is hard. Chinese characters are difficult to, memorize. 所以呢，其实每个语言都会有自己的一些难点，一些比较容易学的一些地方。所以我觉得，其实中文在很多方面就没有那么复杂，像语法呀。不要说中文没语法，中文是有语法的，但是语法相对来说比较简单，但是有声调。这个发音对于很多人来说，尤其是一个美国人，这个发音就会比较困难。然后背那个汉字，肯定不是一天两天都能学会的。So it takes a lot of time. All right. Let's see. Saludos de Puerto Rico. Guten Tag. Ich bin jetzt in Deutschland. Deutsch ist meine zweite Fremdsprache. So, deine erste Fremdsprache ist das English oder? I'm struggling learning German. Yeah, like German is tough. 德语真的挺麻烦的，就是如果你学过英语，你去学德语，你会发现哇，英语原来这么容易。English is actually, in my opinion, a very easy language. Why is it easy? Because there are so many resources. 有这么多资源去学习，就是你想去看一些节目。有电视节目，有电影，有很多什么 TED 演讲、TED 演讲，有很多一些不同的平台 YouTube 上的所有的视频。There's so much that you can study if you want to learn English, which makes it easier. It's not that the language itself is inherently easier, 但是因为有这么多资源，你可以学的比較事半功倍，相对來說。Yo, greetings from Chile. What's up, man? No he ido a Chile en tanto tiempo. I haven't been to Chile in a really long time. But Chinese only have less than 3,000 words. Well, that's not true. 中文要学好的话，我之前反正做过一个小测试，好像我认识的汉字目前有大概4000多一点然后当然懂的词语比4000多很多，因为有2个字的、3个字的、4个字的词语，所以 how many words do I know? I have no idea. But I know roughly 4,000 characters in Chinese. This was 3 years ago. I haven't checked since then. But if you know 3,000 characters, you probably are going to know 10,000 plus words. Your Chinese will be pretty good at that point if you're speaking frequently. 如果你经常说话，你会学到很多。But let's talk about what you can do. How do you actually study? 我们应该怎么去学习？如果你想听，那就先点个赞吧。Hit like right now, and then we'll keep going. But basically, I mean, there's so much that you can do to learn. 有很多小技巧有很多。也不能说诀窍，因为我觉得很多人他们想要的就是一种 shortcut， 想抄近路。A lot of people 就不光是去用这些教科书，因为课本这个东西，我觉得我自己非常不喜欢。反正我学过很多语言，也都不会花很多时间去学书。Well, thank you, Linda.Thank you. 谢谢 Linda 给我发这个。Coronavirus, we'll talk about that a little bit at the end. So anyway, I put out a poll a little bit ago on here. 我就发了一个小问卷， 大家说自己学习语言最难的一点，第一个好像是词汇量。So a lot of people said vocabulary is the hardest. 36% of you guys said that vocabulary is the toughest part for you. 然后32% 说是发音 pronunciation, grammar 24%, then other 8%. So, I mean, let's start with vocabulary. How do I learn vocabulary? And if you guys don't know, I mean, I've studied 3 foreign languages to a fairly high level. I mean, Italian, German, and Mandarin Chinese. 我这3门语言算是我后来学的，对我来说是外语，然后学到一个比较高的级别。当然学过很多其他的，但是这些可能就说的没有那么好。主要呢就是德语是在高中学的。高中的时候跟一个就是比较传统的这种死板的老师教的非常好，但是他还是比较相信比较这个传统的教学模式、教学方法。So, hey Chris, what kind of study methods did you enjoy the most? So I'll get to that in a sec. If we're talking about vocabulary, you know, I always say that vocabulary isn't that important. 我经常跟人说，词汇量不是特别重要，因为其实你可以用2500，大概3000个词去表达很多想法、很多意思。而且像英文呢，我们有很多 phrasal verbs 这些动词短语都会帮你去表达更多的意思，就会丰富你的表达。但是不一定是在学一个新的词，这个就是比较复杂的一点。就如果你说 pick up 有很多意思。Pick up has so many different meanings. It could be pick up the phone, pick up some food, pick up a person. And pick up a person has 2 meanings. So pick up 确实意思特别多，是接个电话，去接一个人，也可以说是顺便买个东西也可以，还有另一个就是撩一个人，撩到一个人。But I never actually study vocabulary by itself. Like I know a lot of people make flashcards. 很多人都会去做这些生词卡片，就会去死记硬背。不要死记硬背，我觉得这个确实特别无聊。这我觉得也不会有人觉得哇，背单词太好玩了，就没有人这么说。But if you really want to learn vocabulary, I mean, you have to learn it in context. 必须得有上下文。上下文是最重要的，所以你去学一些新的单词的时候，一定是要有一些片段，要看一篇文章也有很多就是小资料。有一个网站，如果你没看过的话，叫例えば。例えば这个网站呢，就是你可以搜一个词然后就会给你一些例句。然后你在那边也可以查不同语言的，好像。So I mean, it's a really good website. I've used it a lot when studying languages. It's very useful. You know, I would recommend checking that out, but also just finding articles. Like a lot of people think, you know, you need to memorize 10,000 words. 要背10000个单词才能真的把你的想法比较流利的表达出来，and that's not true. Like, it's definitely not the case. 所以我觉得背单词的话，别背了。There are, you know, ways to do it that can make it really fast. Like right in the beginning, 刚开始的时候，你可以用这个 Anki。Anki 是一个间隔重复系统。Hi, Danny. 间隔重复系统这个东西呢，就是一个我自己受不了，但是我知道特别高效的一个学习方式，所以就会根据我们平时忘却东西的一个曲线，去给你再次提示应该怎么去学习应该什么时候去学习。所以就是比较考自己的一种方式，就是你看了这个词。后面这个卡片呢，可能有一个例句或者有这个定义，然后你要说 你记得特别清楚，记得还行，或者就是不记得，然后就会根据你见过几次，然后你说你记得多牢固，去决定什么时候跟你再次展现。And like that, Anki is just super useful. I don't like it, but there are so many websites that you can just look it up if you are interested in flashcards in spaced repetition 间隔重复系统这个东西呢，还是挺搞笑的。So if you've just started learning, you have a very limited vocabulary. 你的词汇量现在还不是特别大，那我们就可以通过 Anki 这个 APP 这个网站去快速学很多东西。所以有很多，比如说最高频率的1000个单词的这种it's like flashcard decks， 所以这是一整套的生词卡片，就是已经做好的。那最高频率的1000个单词 ，so the highest frequency like 1000 words, those are absolutely essential. You need to know them， 必须得知道。如果你不知道，那你就基本上没法学这个语言，因为有很多介词啊、冠词这些所谓的功能词，可能就是在句子里边就会扮演一个特别重要的角色，但是实际的意义可能不是特别大，但是你必须得知道。So Anki is a good way to get started right in the beginning and just like boom, get your first 1000 words, download it, use it. I don't like it. It's not very fun, but it's super useful. And I see Anya just said, I've used Anki to prepare for exams. I'm a medical student. Anki is also just like a great platform if you're studying anything. 如果你在学任何领域的东西，不管是外语还是医学呀、心理学什么，我有很多同学之前我是学金融的，就是背这些概念呢，也可以去用Anki 来学习。Now, for vocab, I mean, I used a website called Link a lot. I'm not getting any money for this. I should get money for this. 这 Linky 这个网站我觉得挺好的。It's super good. Steve Kaufman, the guy that came up with it, is a genius. Like he's super good. He's studied like 10 plus languages himself. 他学过大概10门语言，很多语言。但是我觉得他的平台是最牛逼的，因为这个怎么说呢？他经验比较丰富，然后我觉得他的这个方式呢，就是通过各种各样的文章，这些文章就会导入到这个平台里边。现在也有 APP， 也有很多东西。So basically, as you're reading an article, they also have the option to have it read out loud. 也可以大声读出来，跟你朗读，所以边练听力，边练你的阅读能力。我自己也喜欢把这个说出来。So as you're reading, you can select a word and just put it into your deck or your unknown words. 你想学习的这些词，你就是标出来，看这个定义，然后以后就可以去考。但是我觉得这个方式就是一个很好的去扩大词汇量，通过大量的阅读和听力扩大词汇量的，而且有很多语言的选择。我之前用这个来学过一点点日语、葡萄牙语、法语、德语，各种各样的语言都有，但是中文也用过。The thing with Link is that it's much better if you get the paid subscription. Again, I'm not getting any money for this, but the paid subscription is much better because you can just have an unlimited number of flashcards, I guess, that you can create. It just is a much better experience, in my opinion. So, for, I guess, learning vocabulary, that's the main thing that I would recommend. Anki, super good. Link for reading lots of passages, and then just reading anything that you're interested in. 我觉得很多人为什么 说想学习外语，然后就会失败，就是因为就没有找到自己喜欢的一些资料啊，一些方式。So it's boring. Like for a lot of people, learning languages is boring. Even if you want to learn it, it's boring. So make it not boring. 学你喜欢学的东西。Oh man, Jonathan Lim. Wow. Thank you. So I'll answer that question in 1 second. Like, find things that you love learning, find things that you think are interesting, and study that. Like, 我中文特别差的时候，我就找到了一些跟心理学相关的东西，看了一些跟外语学习相关的文章，然后就会把这些作为我的重点学习材料，因为从中也可以学到很多比较高频率的词，重点语法呀，这些都会出现。那当你的水平稍微高一些以后，那你可以去学一些别的东西，就是你可以去看一些这些演讲。And you know, in the beginning, reading might be quite difficult because you don't know that many words, but practicing, reading, listening all together, that increased exposure, prolonged exposure to the language will help you memorize vocab really well. 所以我觉得这个就是最重要的，就是大量的输入。Just massive input is going to be the most important. I saw C Speaks up there asked, did you pay for LinkQ? I did, back when I was using it. When I was using it very frequently, I was paying for it. Jonathan asked, hey Chris, how many hours of speaking did you practice to achieve an intermediate level? Also, how did you learn grammar in context, books or tutors or self-study? I struggle with spoken sentences. 所以呢，反正 Jonathan 就问我达到一个中级的水平花了大概多少个小时的时间，我是怎么学习的语法，我是用的教科书还是有一些辅导老师是自学的等等等等。So the question's in English. I'm just going to answer in English first. Thank you again, Jonathan. So to get to an intermediate level, I guess I was in China for about 6 months when I took the HSK4, which is supposedly an intermediate level. I could have pretty good conversations with people. It wasn't pretty, it wasn't perfect. But back then in 2012, I don't think there were that many people that spoke Chinese that fluently in the, I guess, like normal foreign circles in Beijing. 所以当时我学了大概6个月的中文以后，我达到了这个 HSK 考试4级，就是汉语水平考试4级，一共6级。然后很多人都会觉得我当时说的挺溜的，但是我的声调乱七八糟的。My tones were like really, really off. Like I struggled a lot with that, but no one really told me. But I mean, at that point, I had been studying from, I guess, October till January, 20 hours a week for 3 months. 3.5 months. And, you know, that for me, 240 hours of class, you know, like that is quite a bit. But I had started making Chinese friends, and like that's what I loved about it. Like just going out and talking to more people, 就是能够交一些朋友，跟更多的人聊天什么的。It was a lot more fun than just looking at the textbook. So how did I learn grammar in context? 我是怎么学的语法？ I think part of that was just starting to make friends. But I read a lot of articles. I went beyond the textbooks because the textbooks do have explanations, right? So you have the textbooks to reference if you don't understand a certain concept, if you don't remember how to do something. Yeah, you can reference the textbook, right? 你总是可以去参考一下这个课本里边的一些解释，语法的解释都怎么样。But I always feel like the best thing is just reading more articles. Like I said, I love psychology. I was a finance major, so back then I was reading a lot of finance-related articles, psychology-related articles, language learning articles, If I could find them in Chinese, I would read them in Chinese. And, a lot of the basic grammar that you're learning, especially even up to an intermediate level, it appears all throughout any text that you're going to read. 所以就不管你学的是高级的、初级的、中级的，你看什么材料都是一样的，都是会有这些语法出现。So, yeah, learn the grammar from the textbooks, but then just move on to articles or anything that you're actually interested in, because that's going to make it easier to remember. Like that for me was the biggest thing. The second I put down the textbook and moved to something else, that's when I felt like studying wasn't so much of a chore anymore. 所以真的就是把这个教科書放下了之后，就觉得其实学习就没有我想象的那么的枯燥，没有那么无聊。And you asked books or tutors or self-study. Yeah, like tutors are great. If you can find a tutor, then I would greatly recommend using a tutor, because they're going to give you a little bit more guidance, right? Like if you're struggling with it, they can kind of see where your biggest problems lie. 所以如果你能找一个辅导老师，他们就是可以指出来，你的发音有问题，你的语法在这边你经常会犯这么一个错误。然后现在其实我就会发现，其实我还是会犯一些比较初级的错误，说中文的时候，但是没有人给我指出来了。因为我现在已经说的挺溜的，很多人都觉得，哎呀，锦说的这么好了，说的跟中国人一模一样，就是没有啊。我经常走音，我知道，就是我还是声调有一些挺常见的问题，就是我的二声不会真的往上升。So like having a teacher to help you is just going to be super helpful. Like they can see problems where you might miss them yourself. And a lot of what I did when it comes to like self-study, I would record myself, and it's terrible. Like I know a lot of people are going to say like, oh my God, like I can't listen to my voice. It sounds so bad. But you just got to get used to it. I mean, 很多人真的不喜欢听自己的声音嘛，就会觉得我声音太难听了。但是你就是得习惯。我刚开始写文章的时候，写文章其实也会配个音或者加一个音频。后来就开始拍视频嘛。I just thought like, oh my God, I can't listen to my voice. It sounds terrible. But this is how everybody else hears you. The sound that you hear in a recording is actually how you sound, how everybody else hears you. You sound different to yourself because your voice is traveling through your head, your skull, everything. 所以你听自己说话的时候，就真的现在像我这样说话，你就会觉得，我声音可能就是更低一些。很多男的就会觉得 ，oh man, like I sound really sexy, like I have a really deep voice. And then you listen to a recording of yourself and you're like, oh, is that what I sound like? So you have to get used to it. And for self-study, I think that is a huge tool, not just for learning grammar, but for anything, improving your pronunciation, just speaking more fluidly. I used to shadow a lot of people. 我以前做很多影子跟读. I'll talk about that in a second. But basically, if you're willing to record yourself and you can listen and then just like, analyze it a little bit, break it down. If you're imitating somebody, do you sound the same as them? How do you sound different? What can you do to sound a little bit more like them? 所以我觉得这些方面呢，你可以去自我反省，其实也就是去分析自己的这些音频啊，然后去做一些对比，这个就会让你的不管是语法呀、口语啊、发音啊，各个方面都会有一个比较总体的一个提升。So, Jonathan, I hope that helped. I hope you guys learn from that. 反正我觉得这个是一个需要找自己比较喜欢的一个方式。Like I said, I don't like Anki, but it is useful. It is undoubtedly a super good platform. I enjoyed Link more. I enjoyed just watching TV shows and imitating what they were saying. So, it takes time, but just keep trying different things and then find something that you enjoy. It'll become much more fun. 我觉得这个就是很多人都会问，尤其是在美国，因为美国有的人可能就是以只会说一门语言为傲，就是有点怪。But like a lot of Americans, they don't understand why I want to learn so many languages. Why do you learn all these foreign languages? Why don't you get a hobby? Why don't you do something normal? This is my hobby. Like for me, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it a lot. There's a social aspect to it. You can meet new people. 所以你就是要去想你为什么在学这个语言，然后去找到一个比较好玩的一个方式吧。就算你是为了考试 if you're learning for a test, then I'm sure there's something that you can do that's going to be a lot more fun than just doing practice questions all day, every day. And it'll make it a little bit easier for you to, study in the future. So, again, remember, we're trying to get more people to see this stuff. I want more people to know how to actually do this. So if you're enjoying the stream, please just hit like. But thank you again, Jonathan. And let's see, what other questions do you guys have? You should have a chat with Steve Kaufman. I'm actually trying to set that up. So I might chat with Steve. I'm really busy this month. 我这段时间就特别忙，但是我还是很喜欢 Steve Kaufman 的网站，他对语言学习的贡献，所以以后如果能跟他聊的话，我还会挺开心的。It's hard to learn English when people around me speak bad English. I mean, yes, but so my business partner Danny, he's from Hawaii. He and I were learning Chinese at Tsinghua University at an advanced Chinese program, and we kind of just decided that we were only going to speak Chinese to each other. 所以那一段时间呢，我们中文还行，但是有很多问题特别多，所以我们就是决定要说中文，不要说英语。当时呢，就会觉得this is kind of weird. 有时候就觉得有点尴尬。But like that's kind of part of the fun, like two friends just like chatting, and yeah, you're doing it in a different language, but it's going to help you with your fluency. Yeah, you're going to get impacted by the mistakes that the other person makes. You guys are going to impact each other in that way. 但是算是一种练习 it's a way to practice. 所以那会儿就是我跟 Danny 他是我合伙人。如果你不知道 Danny 的话，那你回去看我以前的很多视频，他就会出现。本来是我合伙人，然后我们2014年在清华的一个高级汉语项目的时候，对，2014年，我们就决定我们想说中文，只说中文，因为本来这个项目是有一个语言誓约 ，they had like a language pledge where you would only speak Chinese, and not everyone necessarily followed it. 但是我跟Danny决定，我们只会说中文。然后当然你会受到对方的影响，对吧？因为他犯错误，我犯错误，但是你可以让自己的嘴皮子更利索，就是你的嘴唇啊，你的舌头这个方面呢就会有得到就是大量的练习嘛。And like that's one of the things that's really important. So yeah, I mean, if you and your friend both speak bad English or bad Chinese, whatever, yeah, you'll impact one another a little bit, but it's good to get that practice, and then you can go find other people to practice with. You can, imitate TV shows and stuff like that. So I would say it's not a bad thing to do. 这个 LinkQ 网站在中国内陆能打开吗？ Yes, Link is usable everywhere. You don't need a VPN. You can use it in China. What do you think about Cambly? I don't know that much about Cambly. I know that they have gone to other people who do like language learning stuff and put ads with them. Sponsored some of their videos, but I've looked up stuff on it. I think it's actually a pretty good concept. It seems pretty good. The reviews are all good. I personally haven't used it myself, so I might go check it out, just out of curiosity, just to see what it's like. Because, it's always good to kind of stay on top of what's out there. Learning English is fun. Ming Grizzly. I don't know if you're serious or not, but learning languages is very fun. I hope you're serious. 第一次赶上直播 ，cool， 太好了！我以后会经常直播，所以希望你经常来。How to improve English like you improve your Chinese? 多说。I mean, the most important thing is you just got to open your mouth. You got to speak all the time. If you're not speaking, if you're not opening your mouth and actually making the sounds, formulating sentences, trying to talk to people, then it's all just kind of, it's just conceptual. It's not, you're not putting the language into practice, into use, and then you're not going to be able to actually learn very much that way. 所以我还是建议，不管你的目的是什么, if you're just trying to take a test that's going to be, a written exam, I would still say that practicing the language is going to be good, like actually speaking out loud. Estoy aprendiendo dialecto de Beijing. 棒。小马现在在美国吗? Yeah, I'm in Washington, D.C., where we now have 22 cases of coronavirus. 对，我现在在我爸妈家，但是很多人夸这家挺好的，不是我的房子，不是我房子，是我爸妈的房子。But yeah, 这是我爸的书房。我应该在华盛顿会待一段时间吧，应该差不多1个月，然后希望可以回北京了。Let's see， 如果你选一门新的语言，你应该多听，还有多读，都很重要。Yes, exactly. ¿Hay personas que hablan español aquí? Claro que sí. Hay un montón, yo creo. I think. Let's see. How to learn their grammar for exams. I mean, learning grammar for exams, I think, is actually much easier. Because, like Jonathan asked above, how do you learn grammar? How did I learn in context? I mean, I just looked at a lot of stuff that I was interested in. And exams, I mean, they have like a set number of grammar, or I guess it depends what kind of exams you're talking about. If it's like the TOEFL, the IELTS, those actually kind of cover the full range of grammar. If you're talking about just being tested on grammatical structures, then I would say, just practice them more. It's kind of boring, but finding sentences, like I mentioned in on that platform, Tatueba, is all right. But I would recommend just trying to find those structures in context. I mean, looking it up online, you can search for, present progressive examples, or, doesn't matter if it's grammar tense or like, how to use therefore, how to use however 等等等等，就可以搜一下这些，然后应该可以搜到很多例句，例句非常重要。Like you need example sentences because your brain needs that context to actually remember. And if you're just like kind of learning grammar overall, like not a specific grammar structure, then I would say reading is going to be one of the best ways to do it. I like to read out loud because it's a lot more fun, but there's a lot that can be done. Reading for me is just the most fun. Reading out loud, reading stuff that I'm interested in. 我就是在 Cambly 上跟外教学的。Okay. I'll check it out a bit more, because it seems like some people are interested in Cambly. Oh, somebody asked about Rosetta Stone. Do I recommend Rosetta Stone? Probably not. I used Rosetta Stone 8 years ago, so that's my only experience with it. They just happen to teach a lot of very, I guess, unnecessary words, sentences, things that weren't very useful. It might have gotten better. I might look into it later because, I mean, they're still one of the most popular things out there. maybe they have improved a lot and their reputation kind of just stayed the way that it was before. 所以 Rosetta Stone 这个东西，我觉得，因为我是8年前用过的，当时我觉得特别的差，因为教的一些句子啊、一些单词啊不太有用。但是也许现在经过8年的升级，现在比较好一些，因为他们确实在这个推广上做市场营销，应该算是最好的公司之一。But I'm not sure. I might look into that as well. I might just make a couple videos looking into all the different platforms and websites out there. 所以如果大家想让我去了解一下不同的这些学习平台，像 Rosetta Stone， 像这个 Cambly， 还有italki, LinkU, there's so many things out there that you can study from. 如果想让我去看这些，就留言跟我说点，或者新大就点个赞，我也可以看赞的变化。假粉丝来了，哪儿有？你那边几点？这边晚上9点半了，这边是上午9点41。 Can you hear me now? I think it's back. Is it back? Maybe. Yes! Okay. Hi. What's up, guys? Alright, 回来了。不好意思啊。So, well, what questions did you guys have? 你们刚才有哪些问题啊？可以，没喝到我的 back. Yes, okay, is back. Sup, we can heart you. Hello from Austin, Texas. What happened? I don't know. Sound is okay now. All right. I don't even know what happened. 我真的不知道发生了什么，这太变态了。Anyway, I just unplugged it, plugged back in. The standard fix to all technology problems. 就如果任何电子产品出问题，你就把那电线拔了，再次充上就可以了。Well, that's a bummer. Could I do a video on English intonation? Oh, well, let me get back to what Charles is asking real fast. I mean, Danny and I started a company. Did videos. I mean, we wrote articles. We did a lot of stuff. So that's how we kind of got our start. We did online and offline teaching for a while. So, that was how we got our start. We also done translation work. We worked as translators. So it's been a long process. I mean, I would say just find stuff that you're interested in and just kind of go from there. Hiker said, okay, yeah, just answered that. What are your goals for Cantonese? 我就是想把粤语说得更好一些，我粤语特别差。My Cantonese is so bad, so I want to be able to have a proper conversation with people. I'm currently limited to, my Cantonese is really bad, and that's all I can really say, and then I struggle with anything else. But I'm going to be making a video about that soon. 我要拍一个视频讲一下我学习粤语的这个过程。But, are you a teacher in China? I heard that the salary for English teachers is high. I guess I don't really qualify as a normal teacher because I don't work for a company. I don't work for like a training center or a school. Danny and I used to do a lot of offline teaching, but now we just do our own stuff. The salary can vary from a lot to a little. 这个范围还是挺大的. Some teachers make I met teachers that make 6,000 RMB a month, which is a little less than $1,000, and I've met teachers that make a lot more, like $5,000 a month. So the range is huge. Could you do a video on English intonation? Yes, 所以这个是我肯定会去讲的，因为就语音语调这个东西是我觉得比较重要的一个方面。就是如果你的语音语调够标准的话，就是很多人会愿意听你说话。如果你的词汇有问题啊，你的搭配经常出错，或者就是你的语法有一些问题，同样就是还是可以让人想跟你交流。So, I mean that's something that we're going to be making a video about because it is the most important thing in my opinion. So I love your pronunciation so much. Thank you. Cantonese is much more useful than Mandarin in the USA. I would say not so much anymore. I don't think that's necessarily the case because there are so many people from mainland China now. 好想让老马亲自教我英文。I have classes. I have courses online that you can sign up for. Can you give some quick examples of different American accents? I'm really bad with American accents. I'm planning on making a video about that too, though. Because there's like the New York accent, Boston, California, so many different things. I'll be talking about that a little bit later too. Macaroni thoughts delicious. 特别好吃。How do you learn Chinese? Long time. It's been 8 years. I'm watching this from class right now say something funny. You should be listening to your teacher. Anyway, so like we talked about grammar, we talked about vocabulary. Let's talk a little bit about pronunciation, and then we'll move on from that. That'll pretty much be the end, I think, for today. 主要是我觉得发音这个方面对我来说是最好玩的，这是我最喜欢的。I love pronunciation. I think it's the most interesting thing to learn. And show us the bald spot. I don't know. I don't really have a bald spot yet. I think pronunciation is definitely the funnest thing to learn. And it's the thing that'll actually like make people think that your language ability is higher than it is. 所以如果你的发音够好的话，很多人可能就会觉得你的语言水平比你实际的水平更高一些。所以在这个方面呢，我就会建议大家多花点时间去提高自己的发音，就是让你的口音更接近母语者的这种方式，这个程度。So it's not that you need to sound exactly like a native speaker, because that's definitely not the case. But the more you sound like one, the more likely they are to native speakers to think that you speak really well, that you're one of their own, and the more likely they are to continue talking to you. Because what most people don't realize is that, yeah, even though language is a tool for communication, 虽然语言就是一个沟通工具，但如果对方听你说话觉得很吃力 if the other person that you're talking to finds a conversation with you to be like draining, taxing on their senses, or just like they need to think a lot to understand what you're saying, they're not going to want to talk to you as much, which is why it's better to focus on pronunciation or accent, I guess, more so than grammar and vocabulary beyond a certain level. Like there are so many things that you can do for that. I mean, what I did is shadowing. Shadowing is the most important, or like I guess the most effective tool in my opinion for improving your pronunciation and sounding more like a native speaker, because you can find all these little aspects of the language. Like in English, we stress and unstress words. In Chinese, it has like a much more, I guess, constant flow kind of thing. I'm not going to get into the linguistics of it. 但是英文的这个节奏感就是有重音有轻音，所以在这个方面我们就会觉得，如果你一直读的就是一个调，就是特别单调的，很平，很多人都会觉得很无聊。And that's when people say like, oh, he speaks in a monotonous voice. He speaks in a monotone. He sounds really boring. It's because you need to kind of have highs and lows. You need to stress and unstress. And yeah, you have stressed words in any other language too. I mean, it happens in Chinese. 中文也有重音，但是这个重轻节奏在英文里边是一个必不可少的一个方面。So it's super important to learn intonation, and that's why I will be talking about that in later videos. I talk about it in my pronunciation class. Our latest session of the pronunciation class did just end, but we'll be releasing another one soon. So if you guys are interested, hit like now. I'll definitely make an announcement when the class comes out. 因为如果你对这个发音课程感兴趣，就是你觉得你想说的更像母语者，更像美国人，主要是我教的就是一个美式发音课程。那我们上一期刚结束，然后我们下一期应该是近期也会开，所以如果你想学习这个，我到时候就会跟大家说一下。But I mean, shadowing, basically what I did, I found not articles, I found videos, I found TV shows that I enjoyed, that I thought were interesting, 然后我就会去看怎么能把这个语言说的更像他们。 I saw somebody else talking about finding someone of the same sex as you. So like I'm a guy, find a guy to imitate. 这个我觉得是一个非常好的方式，因为就会让你更能够去找到这种感觉。因为很多外国人学中文的时候，因为很多老师都是女老师，就会导致很多男性说中文的时候就特别娘娘腔，就是这种比较girly 的这种感觉。So a lot of Chinese learners, when they take classes with female teachers, they end up sounding a little bit girly, and because there's more of a difference between how men and women speak in Chinese than there is in English, it is important, in my opinion, to find somebody that you're willing to imitate. And I used to imitate this guy called Jiang Wen. He's a director / actor. He's not from Beijing, actually. Like, everybody always says I have a really strong Beijing accent, and I do. But I imitated this guy Jiang Wen a lot. He's from Hebei, so it's right next to Beijing. But basically, if you want to imitate someone, find someone whose voice is similar to yours. 所以如果你想去模仿一个人，要找一个跟你声音比较类似的人。我的声音比较偏低一点，所以我选姜文是因为觉得他的声音第一是挺好听的，我觉得他说话的时候就挺霸气的，所以我就想去模仿他。然后也是要去看，这个人节奏感是什么样的。如果一个人总是听着特别的着急，那我可能不会推荐。If you're looking for, I guess an English speaker, if you're learning English and you want to find someone to imitate, a lot of people say Morgan Freeman sounds really nice, but I mean he's a little bit older, maybe not the best choice. A lot of people like, I guess Chris Hemsworth. A lot of people say, a lot of like British actors, Benedict Cumberbatch. If you're a girl, Scarlett Johansson is just known for having a really sexy voice, so it's a little bit deeper. But these are good people to imitate. Just find clips of them talking, find interviews, find TV shows, movies. 如果你想去模仿一个人，那就是卷福啊，那个 Scarlett Johansson 这些演员，他们的声音我觉得都是公认的比较好听的，而且呢，很多人喜欢他们的电影，所以你可以看这些电影，看他们的一些采访、访谈节目上的一些采访，然后去模仿他们。这个是一个我自己觉得特别高效的一个学习方式。So just do that. Find someone to imitate and just do that. Do it for a week, see how you feel. Do it for an hour every day. You might find it kind of weird in the beginning. It's hard. They speak fast. So you can download an app. We talked about this in another video. Find an app or download an app called Speeder if you're on iOS, or KM Player if you're on Android. So it's what's called a looping app, 是一个复读机。然后这个 APP 呢，就是有一个那个一直循环播放的一个功能。So that's a really good way to just listen to a sentence over and over and over and over. 而且呢，这个最关键的是你多听的时候，你可以调整一下这个倍速。因为我刚刚说的嘛，很多人都会觉得他们说话太快了。They speak so quickly. You know, a native speaker, when they're talking to another native speaker, they go fast. So using these apps, you can adjust the speed to 70%, 80%, and it's going to be a really good way to just make sure that you can keep up with what's happening. Go to 70%. Once you can repeat what they're saying pretty confidently, move it up to 80%. Then move it up to 90%, 100%, and then maybe at the end of the day, you can go up to 110% and then just like really challenge yourself to do that. So let's see here. I talked about this in a video, a little bit about the process. So, how do I do this? Oh, the link is right here. 这边大家可以去看看，我觉得是一个比较好的方式。It's just gonna be a lot more fun, you know. It's just a lot more, I guess, involved and a lot more interesting than just studying a textbook. So there are a lot of different things that I can talk about. I think today, as far as tips go, I'm going to probably just cut it off here. I'm going to see a couple more questions. I'll talk a little bit about other stuff. But let's see. Comunque la tua pronuncia italiana ci sta un casino. Best ways to protect yourself from coronavirus. Yeah, so like a lot of people were mentioning coronavirus. 很多人就一直在问这个新冠肺炎的事儿。在美国现在病例已经超过1000。There are over 1,000 cases now in the U.S. You know, that was going to happen. That was to be expected. 我觉得这很正常。我觉得近几天就会一直涨，一直涨。Okay. I mean that's just gonna happen. I mean there are gonna be more and more cases. 这个就是不可避免的嘛。But just wash your hands. Just make sure that you have hand sanitizer with you at all times. If you're in the U.S., little tip. So I always have hand sanitizer with me like everywhere, even though I'm just at home right now. I'm actually washing my hands more if I'm at home. But in the U.S., a lot of people can't buy hand sanitizer anymore. And I was reading online that you can make your own. If you can buy alcohol, just like rubbing alcohol 70%的这种酒精液，配芦荟胶 aloe vera gel, mix them at a 2-to-1 ratio of 2 parts alcohol, 1 part aloe vera gel. Mix it up, and then you get this. So, little tip if you want to protect yourself, because yeah, a lot of people are saying use hand sanitizer, but we're out of hand sanitizer. So, a lot of places you can't buy it anymore. In the U.S., or at least in Washington, D.C., there are no masks, no gloves, no hand sanitizer. 我们现在就是有点没办法了，就是这样的。Kind of a bummer. Did you struggle to study language when you were a kid as a bilingual? No, not really. I spoke Spanish at home. I spoke English at school. 我一直没觉得有什么困难，可能就是因为这两个就是分得比较清楚嘛。And I always thought it was normal to do that. I mean, I know in other parts of the U.S., I might have been fairly lucky because a lot of other parts of the U.S., yeah, people do, I guess, get made fun of sometimes. People don't, I guess, don't get treated as fairly. You know, some people will say, oh, why are you speaking a foreign language? This is America type of thing. But I mean, I never struggled with it. I never got bullied or anything because of that, nor did I ever find that the act of speaking 2 languages confused me a bit. Though I do remember 就是一个比较逗的故事，就是我大概10岁的时候，不是12岁的时候， there was just like a really awkward experience one time, because I mean, I spoke Spanish with my parents all the time, and I spoke English everywhere else pretty much. One day, my mom sent me to go ask about scholarships. They had the supermarket next to our house, 就是我们家旁边的这个超市，他们就会有一些提供给准备上高中学生的这个奖学金嘛。所以我妈就问我，voy a preguntarle sobre las becas. Beca is how you say scholarship in Spanish. 奖学金叫 beca. 然后我都不知道怎么说。我从来没用英文说过，然后就到这个柜台就问他，Hi, I was wondering if you guys have becas here for high school kids, and really awkward look. Clearly had no idea what I was talking about, obviously because they sound nothing alike. But besides that, like, I don't think I've ever really had like an awkward situation with that. Let's see. Some Parisians discriminate people who wear masks. Yeah, I mean, I went out with a mask the other day, with my friend Brian. 就是我跟波波前2天出去，我们戴口罩在外边逛着嘛，然后就发现很多人都特别奇怪的看着我们。It was kind of awkward, but at the same time, I mean, like, it's normal. I think I don't care. I don't care if people want to stare. I hope everybody is staying safe wherever you guys may be. I know we had people from Italy in here. I know we have people from all over. Hope you guys are staying safe. I'm not going to be going out that much to film, but I have a lot of videos that I filmed recently, some really fun stuff that I'm very excited about. So I'm going to be editing that for the next couple days. Danny and I, that's what we're going to be working on. 所以接下来一段时间我们就一直会剪视频，有很多我觉得挺好玩的，所以还挺兴奋的。看看真人了 ，Yeah. Would you like to talk about how coronavirus affected you or normal Americans' life? What do you think about it? I don't want my dad to go out anymore. I don't want my mom to go out. My dad's 92. My mom is 71. So I don't want them to go out. I think that's the big thing. My mom is unhappy with it. 就是我 CDC 本来是想跟所有人说60岁以上的人不要出门，但是美国政府好像就不太想让他们官方去宣布这事儿，因为就会制造恐慌嘛。But 我已经跟爸爸妈妈说，就如果不是特别重要的事情呢，就不要出门了，我就可以做他们跑腿了。I can go run errands for them, but I don't want my parents going out. I think that's one of the biggest things for me. 就是不想让大家，就是我爸爸妈妈出门。That's one of the biggest things. 看你的视频，我终于考了6.0，之前是6.5，是不是说反了？还是我让你退步了？Okay, is it true that in the U.S. people wearing masks are trying to protect others, but in China it's trying to protect themselves? I mean, it's a different mentality, I guess. In China, people wear it no matter if they're healthy or not. So obviously, if you're sick, then yeah, you want to wear a mask to keep other people from getting it. But if you're sick, you should also try to stay at home as much as possible, right? But in China also, people use it to protect themselves a little bit. 所以如果你打喷嚏的话呢，就是这会稍微挡住一点点。Yeah, a lot of people are saying, you know, the virus is 0.1 micrometers, and then the mask only blocks 0.3, so it's so small that it goes through, but part of it gets blocked in your saliva. I mean, that's actually part of the thing. And, you know, if you are sneezing, then you should be sneezing into right here or into a tissue, not your hand, and not out into just the air. Other people talking about politics. I mean, I don't want to talk about politics. Just talking about my experience. 北京人 yeah, guys, please don't talk about politics or any stuff like that. Like, 不要说这些。我们这个是文化和外语学习啊。我死记硬背记住一点，但是我用搜图发现东西早就用英文说了。Yeah. Okay. I think we're gonna kind of cut it off here. I do not know Urdu. No, definitely not. Talk more about myself and family. I can talk about that a bit next time if you guys want. I'll be doing a stream again soon. I want to be streaming more often and get to know you guys a bit more too. I'm seeing some more familiar faces in here, so glad you guys are coming more. 我很开心有更多的人来看我们的直播，而且我也看到了很多熟悉的面孔，所以以后我肯定会多开直播。If you guys enjoyed it, just please hit like again. And I'll be doing another stream probably in a couple days. I'll announce it definitely beforehand. And if there's anything that you guys want me to talk about, please just leave a comment down below. Leave a comment down below too, like outside of the chat, so I can see like what you guys want me to talk about, what you guys are interested in. But I'll be sharing a little bit more about my experience with language learning and just what's going on over here, I guess, in the US. Gracias a todos. Thank you. 大家谢谢你们来听我们的直播。反正下面可以留个评论说一下你想让我聊什么话题。大家请不要说政治。下面留个评论说一下你想让我聊什么。And, you know, I will see you guys next time. Everybody stay safe. Have a good day. 大家注意安全。然后我们下次再见了。拜拜。